Good evening and welcome back to the Spine Clock TV. I've not been with you for a couple of days, so we'll get straight into the transfer news from the 11th of August and up to today. So it all kicked off. Apparently Arsenal are prepared to hijack Liverpool's move for Bradley Barcola with a 100 million bid. And I think this is something Liverpool should be very, very wary of. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal did go in for Bradley Barcola. It wouldn't at all. But apparently he would fancy the move to Arsenal, and he certainly would be a starter for them, that's for sure. Would he be a guaranteed starter at Liverpool? I don't know, I can't answer that. You'd have to ask the manager, wouldn't you? But when you look at the amount of money that PSG are asking, 145 million, and Liverpool have said no, talks are still ongoing, even after last night, after the Super Cup win for PSG, who have gone back to back on the Champions League and Super Cup. So congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain. I think they'll win the Champions League again this year as well, to be honest with you. Can't see anybody stopping them. But Barcola, what are your thoughts on it? Do you feel the deal will get over the line, or do you feel this is another one which is going to slip through the net? We've been here before. Zubamendi, Mark Gay, to name two. So, what do you think? Do you think the Reds will get this one over the line? Or do you think it's been going on that long now, 7 weeks, this, and we're no further forward than we were at the beginning? All they're doing is talking, yet other clubs are doing the business. Example, Chelsea have signed 12 players. Arsenal have signed 8. Liverpool have signed 2. And 1's on loan. So, make of that what you will. But and then staying with Arsenal, they've made Miles Lewis Skelly available for 60 million. I'm absolutely astonished that Liverpool are not in the mix for this. He's been offered to Man United and Chelsea. Now, why them two clubs in particular? Why Chelsea? Why Man United? Why not the more successful club in England? I don't get it. I'll be surprised if he leaves. It wouldn't surprise me if he turned around and said he wanted to stay. He's come through the academy, he's an Arsenal fan through and through, but if he's not going to get games, you need to move, don't you? Doesn't matter. So like Harvey Elliott, he's a Liverpool fan through and through, but he's not going to be at Liverpool much longer. I know that. And yeah, getting back to Barcola, Luis Enrique was asked about the situation, and Luis Enrique was quite calm about this, and he just basically said, listen, the situation's simply this. I don't know, and I don't want to speak about an individual player because it's always dangerous and it's negative. I just want to stay focused on my team. That was what all he said, and you can't blame him. And I think it's a fair answer, but also I think the longer this goes on, the less chance there is of Liverpool signing Barcola. I'd love us to sign him, I really, really would, because I think he's the key to Iraiola's master plan and how he wants to play. And I have done some research on this. I'm going to do a video on it when I get it sorted. The script's already done, so it's going to be good. I think Barcola, am I concerned? Yeah, because it's dragging on, but we'll continue, we'll move on. Liverpool's Alisson Becker's a real target for Juventus as well, as Juventus have signed Suzuki on a free on loan from Parma for 30 million. Alisson Becker's available on a free transfer at the end of the season, so that's another player what's going to be going on a free. And while we're talking about transfers and free transfers and people leaving the club for free, Liverpool have got 11 players OOC next year out of contract. 11, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, and this has got to stop. Liverpool cannot keep allowing players to run the contracts down and walking away for free, which brings me on to another player who's been linked with a move away, Curtis Jones, but I'll go on to him later in the video. But Curtis Jones, he's another one who can go for free. Virgil van Dijk, he's another one who can go for free. So 11. I mean, probably most of them will be lads who never played for Liverpool, but some of them are your big hitters. But Alisson, yeah, is available on a free next year, and multiple sources of today have come out and said L'Equipe being one of them, Sky Sport Italia, La Gazzetta dello Sport all claim that they are down to the details with Parma for the signing of Suzuki, and then they want Alisson later. So Suzuki's just a stopgap. He's not a permanent fixture. Luciano Spalletti wants Alisson Becker back with him in Turin, playing for the old lady Juventus. So anyhow, the latest on Cody Gakpo, Curtis Jones and Federico Chiesa linked with potential exits as Andoni Iraola reshapes the squad ahead of the new season, and transfer plans could see several familiar faces heading towards the exit door, with Gakpo, Jones and Chiesa all facing questions regarding the futures. So what are you feeling regarding those three players? For me, and I've said it all along, and I'm going to continue to say this, I think unless Bradley Barcola comes to Liverpool, Cody Gakpo will not be leaving. He won't go. They won't allow it. They won't allow it. And I said 70 million, right? I'd drive him to White Hart Lane myself. Liverpool are asking 72. That must be for the petrol. Whatever they're using. But I think, yeah, 72 million, he's gone for me. You don't even think about it. It's gone. Replace him. And for me, I can't believe that Liverpool are not basically saying, as soon as he's gone, Adam Wharton's coming in. It's mind blowing. It's boggling. There are places Liverpool need to fill. The squad is too lightweight. You know what I mean? The Sky Sports supercomputer yesterday revealed the positions of where clubs will finish in the league next season, and they had Liverpool finishing third. Now I'd take that now. I'd gladly take finishing third now with the squad we've got. I'll be honest with you. I can't see us finishing in the top four. I really can't. Now, obviously this will be on video, and if I'm wrong, I'll hold my hands up. Of course I will. But with the squad we've got, I'll be astounded if we finish fourth. Because look at the squad we had last year under Arne Slot, and we scraped into the Champions League spots on the last day of the season. We finished fifth, and we've got less now in this squad than what we had last year, and it's virtually the same. There's no way this squad's finishing in the top four. No, I've got my dark horse for the title, but I ain't gonna name it on this video. That's for sure. I've got my dark horses. I think Arsenal will win it, and I think they'll win it comfortable. I don't see Chelsea as a challenger for it. City, I don't know yet, but I'm certainly not saying those. I don't think we'll challenge for the league. We're not good enough, and that means that, it doesn't, because we've not got the bodies in, and the players. I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced, even what I've seen over pre-season. We've conceded 7 goals already, and we've only, in pre-season we've conceded 7. And people are and you want to talk, and you want me to talk about Liverpool challenging for the league? Nah, I'm fearful, and I'm always optimistic in here, but I'm not delusional either. So yeah, there's faith and there's blind faith. Let me put it that way. But Cody Gakpo, Federico Chiesa, Curtis Jones. I think Curtis Jones, he'll go to Milan. It's pretty clear he wants to go, and I can't wait to see the back of him, to be honest with you. I really, really can't. I don't rate him. I never have, and I never will. Cody Gakpo, as I've just said, I think he'll go, but only if Barcola comes in. Federico Chiesa, why? Right, you guys can answer me this. Other fan channels do it, and there's 2 in particular. And I don't like naming other channels, but I'm going to name these 2 because on this they really do wind me up. Dave Davis at Anfield Index and Craig Olden on Anfield Agenda. What have they got against Federico Chiesa? What? Because they're constantly banging on every video they do Chiesa's not good enough. Get him out, move him on. Really? Right, now, I used to watch Anfield Agenda on a regular basis, but I don't now. Why? Because I'm sick of his constant whinging every night. He does nothing but complain. And he's supposed to be a red. Really? I mean, that's all I'm going to say. I've nothing against him personally. But to hear him constantly moan 7 days a week and F and Jeff at his people who subscribe to him and tell them to F off and the rest of it, no, I'm sorry. Sorry, no. That's disrespectful. What gives you the right to sit in front in your studio, in front of your camera, and tell somebody who's messaged you or whatever to fuck off and do whatever you want? No, it's disrespectful, mate. It really, really is. And I'm going to leave it there. I just think it's wrong. I don't agree with it. You shouldn't do it. Just bite the bullet and move on. You've got to be bigger. And yeah, let's get back to the transfer news. I'm waffling on. But Chiesa, yeah, keep him for me because he can play left, right and across the front three, and I've said it before, but you've got to give him a chance. He's not been given a chance in 2 seasons, and then in pre-season, the last game we played against Monaco, he comes on for 15 minutes. What can you do in 15 minutes? Nothing. Nothing. You're not going to impact a game in 15 minutes. Not a chance. So Iraola needs to give him at least 45 against Como behind closed doors, and he's got to give him a good 45 on Sunday when they play Como again at Anfield. If he doesn't give Chiesa 45 and he only comes on for 15, then if I was Chiesa, I'd be knocking on his door Monday morning and saying, listen boss, I love it here and I don't want to go, but you've put me in a position where I've got to leave because you're not going to give me any game time. And if he's, he's an Italian and he wants to play for his country, and rightly so, and the only way he'll do that is by playing games. So I don't want to see Chiesa go, but I really don't. I hope he stays. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Let me know what you think, guys. What would you do with the 3? I think McAllister stays, and you can't sell McAllister to City. No. You don't sell one of ours to them. No. There's no red becoming a mank. I'm not having it. Bollocks. No. I'm not having anybody from our club going to be in a mank. I'm not having it. No. No, that's unacceptable. And then Andoni Iraola, he's come out and said that he wants Train Ione to stick around because he sees him as a valuable part of the squad this season. And rightly so. I think he's going to be more prominent, that's for sure. I think he starts over McAllister and Curtis Jones. I think he starts with Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, 100%. He's got to be starting in midfield against Newcastle away. Has to be. It's going to be Sobo, Gravenberch, and Ione in midfield for me, definitely. And then I play Victor Munez on the right wing, and Rio Ungumor on the left. That's providing Cody Gakpo's still there. I'd still start Rio over Gakpo. But Fabrizio Romano has also come out and said on the 11th that Lazio have reached a verbal agreement with David Frezzi with a 1 million loan fee agreed and 14 million to buy. Now, I said that 3 days ago. And people have started, bang, it was going today. They were all on about it. Oh, because he's gone from Inter Milan, now Curtis Jones will leave. 3 days ago, I mentioned that would be happening. Because I read that I saw a clip from Fabrizio and I mentioned it in my video. And if you don't believe me, check it out. And I mentioned it and I said, once he goes, Curtis Jones will go to Inter Milan. And today, or the 11th, which is 2 days ago, look what happened. So everything I've said, I've not been wrong on. And Liverpool, and this has surprised me today, this. Liverpool have held talks with the agent of Everton forward Iliman Ndiaye. Court of side claim the Reds are interested in the 25-year-old, along with Arsenal and Manchester United, are also said to be monitoring the situation. So Mbaye scored 6 goals in all competitions last season and is available for £75 million. But realistically, I think this is a very, very difficult deal to do. I just think from a Liverpool standpoint, it won't happen. It just won't happen. Why? The two clubs don't do business. Yeah, they're from the same city, and the rivalry, it just will not happen. He will not, as we used to say, he will not cross the park. He wouldn't go from Goodison across Stanley Park to Anfield. All right, now a little bit further to go now, but that's not going to happen. He'll either end up at United or he might go to Arsenal. All right, now out of the two, there, if he's any brains, he'll go to Arsenal because he'll win something. He won't win nothing at United because I'm going to make a prediction. Michael Carrick will be gone by Christmas, regardless of who they've signed and who they brought in. You know, so I just can't see that happening. I think it's a very difficult deal to do. And Liverpool and Everton doing business direct, nah, it just doesn't happen. I'm going to file this one. This one for me. I'm going to file it. Speculation for now. That's all it is. And Manchester City, yep, they want Alexis McAllister. He had a bad season last year, Macca, didn't he? He scored 2 goals, 4 assists in 37 games. Right, and for me, it's not good enough. But that's the transfer roundup from the 11th of August. I'm going to cut this one there, and then I'll be back with the latest from today. So thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And remember, as I always say, once a red, always a red. You never walk alone. Bye for now.